Well, there are many times in life where we could use some legal advice. Back again to shed some light is our favorite attorney, Mr. Kevin Cortright. Welcome back.
Nice to see you again.
You too, how are you?
Doing great.
Good, good. Things have been good. So last time, we talked a few times, and I know a little bit about your business and exactly what you focus on, but I want to hear a little bit about you. I'd like you to intro this with a bit of your background. Tell me a bit about you.
Sure. Born and raised in California, Southern California my whole life. Married, it'll be 15 years this month.
Okay, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you much. We have 3 kids, all are out of the house, either in college or just finishing college and starting their careers.
Congratulations on that too.
So that's a big accomplishment.
That's a big deal, yeah.
Change of way of life. So,
how long have you been here in the Coachella Valley?
I've been working in the Coachella Valley probably since 2009.
Okay,
Yeah.
so quite some time. So you're going on 7 years.
Correct.
Yeah, you can see his commercials. We air his commercials all the time. So what prompted you to decide to go into law? What made you want to become an attorney?
It's kind of one of those things I always wanted to do. I was actually working as an operations manager for Federal Express.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a big jump.
Yeah, and one day I was out with one of my couriers and we drove by the University of Laverne Law School. He made a delivery and I went in and picked up an admissions package. And
It's as simple as that.
yeah, and then I went home that night and told the wife, I said, I'm going to law school. And then probably within a week I had quit my employment.
Did she have the same look on her face that I do on mine?
Yeah, she was stunned because I had a good job. It was, it was a career.
You had job security.
Yeah, and my manager had the same look as yours too.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? And then after I'd done all that, someone actually said, well, what if you don't get into law school? And I got the look that you have. I'm like, I never even thought of that.
That's not an option.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get into law school, and I did.
Yeah.
Right away.
May I ask how old were you when all of this happened?
Probably about 30s, early 30s.
Wow, Kevin, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, so it was a second career.
Yeah.
A big change.
But a really cool career change.
Yeah, it was worth it.
And you're happy.
Very.
Yeah, I see you on your commercials. You're always smiling. Yeah. So what do you feel is most important skill as far as being an attorney? What's your, where would you put your main focus?
Listening. Most people think talking, that we need to be able to talk and argue, and there's really nothing to argue if you haven't listened. Starts with my clients. I really need to listen to what their issue is and what their situation is, and when they come in the office, I spend more time listening to them than talking to them. And even when I'm in court, I listen. I'm listening to the judge while he's speaking. I'm listening to the other attorneys to see how everybody's reacting and how the judge is ruling, because each judge is different. So by listening, I can learn a lot.
So this is what really makes you a good lawyer, is you keeping your ears open and taking it all in.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, you can't decide things in advance, before you listen and hear the facts.
Right, right. So with that being said, what brought you into bankruptcy? Because you're a bankruptcy and injury lawyer. Why did you choose that facet?
Yeah, when you start out, you do a little bit of everything, and then you really need to narrow your focus to become really good at something. Otherwise, you spend your whole time learning how to do it.
And just spinning wheels.
Spinning wheels and a lot of extra time researching. And those are 2 areas I like: bankruptcy, because I can help people out of their debt, and injury law, because people are really suffering, and I feel like I'm really helping them when I settle their cases.
And that would have been kind of the conclusion that I would have come to, is that it's truly about, this is an angle of law where you can really help people.
Yeah, I think
you
that's
really
it.
can.
Yeah, I think that's it. I like,
And you do.
Well, I do, and I get a lot of referrals from current clients, and that makes me feel good too, because it means that we're doing good work on there. So
this is great.
Thanks.
I'm glad we got to take this time in this segment to hear a bit about you.
Sure.
It's nice.
Appreciate
You got
it.
a great story. You can visit the law offices of Kevin Cortright at 1111 Talkowitz Way, number 113 in Palm Springs, or give him a call at 760-325-6900. His website, courtlightlaw.com. Thank you, Kevin, for joining us today. We love having you here.
Thank you.
Yes, and we love having you here. We'll see you after the break.